fellow Toastmaster and dear guests, a very warm morning to you all.
Very good morning.
Welcome to 411 Toastmaster. Welcome to 411 Toastmasters Northwest meeting. I am Rohan More, Toastmaster Rohan More, started along for today. Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest provides a positive and supportive and positive Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest provides a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Let me explain you some basic rules of this meeting. Please switch off your cell phones or turn in silent mode. In Toastmasters meeting, we shake hands when we transfer control. Please clap whenever control is transferred. Please do not chat amongst yourself. Do not move, leave the room when someone is speaking. For those on online mode, please mute your microphone unless instructed by a Toastmaster of the day. Please keep your video on unless you have issue with bandwidth. Microphone and video options are in bottom left corner of Zoom window. Kindly refrain from movement and distract speaker. In case you need to move, please turn off your video in advance. You can use the emojis, thumbs up and claps to react throughout the meeting. Example, transfer of control in use on word of the day, phrase of the day. Emojis and thumbs ups are in below panel. When you begin speaking, the correct protocol is that you have to greet in the following manner. Good morning, Mr. President, Madam President, or Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Maintain a broad smile throughout the meeting. Now let us begin the round of introduction. I would request the guests online and offline to introduce themselves, your name and your profession.
Can you just take that mic holding and
I am Amna Bansal. I am currently studying BTech engineering. Just about this.
yeah, that's all. That's all. Thank you. No chat.
Hello everyone, very warm good morning to everyone. And I'm Insiya.
We have Aarti Patil online. Can you request Aarti Patil?
Aarti Patil? Yes.
We can.
We welcome our guests today and we will make sure that you enjoy today's meeting. Now let me introduce you all the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day is someone who will be your host. Request you to pay attention to him to ensure you understand the meeting format. You can also refer the agenda handed over to you in case of any confusion. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yes. Am I audible? Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, actually, I just wanted to say that the volume is very low from the stage. So it's like I was not able to understand. So if we can fix that because the volume is coming quite low.
Yeah. Can you hear now?
No, it's quite low.
Okay. But we are able to hear you well. Is it good now?
No. Till then I can start. Maybe you can fix
Good,
that.
good. Yeah,
Is
please,
that fine?
please, please. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Is my screen visible?
Not yet. Not yet. Sorry. Yeah, we can see now.
Okay. Just a sec. Sorry, just there is some technical glitch. I'll just stop sharing it for now. Okay. Once upon a time, long, long years ago, in the world away from Earth, there lived. Good morning, President, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. Welcome to another exciting program of fun and learning at the 411th chapter meeting of Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. I am Insiya, your storyteller for the meeting. Once upon a time was my favorite line in my childhood. It always brought excitement with it. I still remember back in Bahrain after school, me and my sister used to sit around my mother and pester her to tell a story. She used to, of course, tell the story, but as she was a mother, used to ask us to do things in return. We used to hear repeated stories again and again with same excitement, even if we know what the end would be. Even if we know that the tortoise was going to win the race, we used to hope that tortoise runs a little faster, and on winning we used to clap for him. In childhood, we thought that these stories are just for our entertainment, something that brings excitement. But as we grow older, I started realizing that we learned a lot of things from the stories: friendships, trust, so many morals and values. The most important thing I learned was understanding other people's emotions, other people's perspectives, how they think, how they react. My favorite stories of all time was the tortoise and the because I used to see myself as the tortoise, the person who was slow in everything, but always had the hope that she or he will win at the end. Now, I would like to ask the audience present here, what has been your favorite story and how has that story impacted you? I would like anybody from the audience to answer that. That what has been your favorite story of all time? Anybody?
We have one volunteer.
Yeah, so my favorite story is the one of the thirsty crowd. When he is like very thirsty and in order to take the water out of that one ball, he tries to put so many stones in it by thinking in an adaptive way. So that is something I really like as a person. And whenever I try to come with a solution, I try to think out of the box for any solution to any problem. So that is the story.
Thank you. Anybody else who would like to answer that from the online mode or offline mode? What has been your favorite story? Childhood story of all time? Hmm.
You can continue, Insiya, for the time being.
Okay, so now we all know that stories has been a very important part of our life. Now I'm going to do a quick check of how many stories do you all know. Okay, so anybody can tell me what is the title of this story?
The grapes are sour.
Grapes are sold.
Yeah, but that is the moral. I want the title.
Greedy fox.
नाही जायचो ते आले होते म्हणून माहिती.
Greedy fox.
The greedy fox is not the title. Sorry, I couldn't get. Anybody told something? No. What are the two main characters in the story? That is the title.
Fox and the grape.
Yes, that is the correct answer. I think this already Toastmaster Chandrasekhar has made very clear, but still. Does anybody remember the moral of the story and not the title? Let's reverse it. It had a
The thirsty crow.
yes, that's correct. DTM Minal, but do you remember the moral of the story?
Try, but don't cry.
Very well said. The next one is, this is a very
Wolf in a sheep's clothing.
I'm not able to get the answer. It's a little echoing. Anybody remembers the story? What was the story about? Maybe that will help you. Anybody?
It's about the story of that child farmer. So he used to lie about like the fox is coming, so everyone, other in community used to fear and they go away. And he used to like, I fooled you, and he used to laugh about them. But later one day, actually fox come and he called like the fox is coming, please help me again. But they were like so irritated about their last experience. Then anyone didn't come for his help. The fox ate all the sheep and it again.
Yes, that's the correct story. Anybody knows the title, or should I give it away? So the title is The Shepherd Boy and the Wolf is the title of the story. And anybody can give me a moral? Maybe anybody? What could be the moral of the story? Already you've heard the story from what?
Don't try to fool the people, otherwise you will get fooled.
Okay, that's interesting. We have some more left, but we will do that in the upcoming meeting. Now I would just go ahead with the meeting now. It's time to call someone. Before moving ahead, first I'll just explain the program for today for the benefit of the guests. We will be having two sessions. The first half will consist of 3 prepared speeches, which will be evaluated by some great Toastmasters. After the break, we will have an impromptu speaking session where all the guests as well as members will be challenged to think on their feet and deliver a speech. After that, we will have all the role players presenting their report. So, before moving ahead with the meeting, I would now like to invite our acting president for today. Before moving ahead, I would like to tell something about him. He is a software engineer and likes playing chess, reading blogs. He thinks that man with a mission would have been a perfect title for his life story, and I agree to that. I now invite Toastmaster Mayur for the presiding officer address.
But if I would talk about the our club, Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. So basically, like, we are from since last 8 years, we are operating in this Pipes of the area. So like we are till now, we are able to successfully create so many leaders in this community from this community. Currently, if we have to talk about, there are currently 4 area directors present in our club, few club sponsors, few club coaches are there. So there are a lot of things to talk about our club. If I were to just highlight one key factor is that since inception, since last 8 years, we haven't missed the highest award, which is given by the Toastmasters International Fraternity, which is the Diamond Club Award. So we haven't missed that award since for a single time. So that shows how we are doing excel as we all are part of this club. So if I were to talk about today's thing is the stories. So like everybody has their own stories and we really require those stories to learn. We since childhood itself, like we are used to listen the stories. We have listened to grand stories where without hearing those stories we were not able to sleep. But the time has changed now. We don't have like current kids are not that much fortunate enough to listen to the granny's stories. So like they are still listening the stories, but they are animated stories. They have to use the mobile phone to listen to stories. So the time is changing, but still stories are part of our life. And even stories from the stories we like, at the end of every story we get the moral, and which is very important to groom our personality, to teach the ethics to not only just to kids but to every individual. So this is like why I love to listen stories, and not this they are not just for kids. Even for school life, we have learned stories like ancient stories as a history subject. So everybody has listened our stories, not stories, but they are the lessons from Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, how he has built the kingdom of his own. So yeah, we get from the stories, we get inspired, we get motivated, and we learn to the mistakes which has happened in the past. So we get an opportunity to rectify those mistakes. So stories are really important if we are thinking in growing ourselves. So yeah. So with this, I would like to again give control back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Insiya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur, for that wonderful presiding office address. Now it's time to move ahead. Like we have individual evaluators for the speakers, similarly, we have a general evaluator for the whole meeting. who will observe the proceedings and environment of the meeting and also will evaluate all the role players. And at the end of the meeting, he will give us some feedback for improvement. To act as a general evaluator, we have Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, who is an engineer and a teacher by profession. He loves music and winning speech contests are some of his hobbies. Once Upon a Time in Nagpur is going to be a best selling story on the life of Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Let us welcome Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, who will be introducing his team for today.
So much Toastmaster of the day. Like every story has certain characters. There is not just one protagonist. There are several characters. Just like that, this meeting has several characters or several volunteers, which will help us to get this meeting at a successful level. Those people are called as tag team or timer or counter of the meeting. So let me invite first the grammarian of today's meeting, Toastmaster Nirjana, who will be introducing the word of the day and the phrase of the day. So let us welcome Toastmaster Nirjana on the stage.
Good morning, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Najira, language evaluator of the day. Correct usage of language helps you represent yourself in every aspect of life. I will be noting down the good usage as well as the poor usage of the English language used in this meeting and provide their meanings and their correct usage. I would also like to give you word of the day and the phrase of the day. The word of the day is reminiscence. It means a story told about a past event remembered by the narrator. Some examples are: I do not want to go further into historical reminiscence. His reminiscence about the war were painful to hear. The phrase of the day is see eye to eye. It means be in full agreement. Some examples of it are: the boss and I do not always see eye to eye. I don't see eye to eye with my father on many things. So now I would like you to use the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Can we have some examples of word of the day from the audience?
We can always learn from past services for our future goals and
Anyone else?
Hello, good morning, Toastmaster Deekshan. So, phrase of the day, I would like to use the icon. So, it's my dream in my life to see eye to eye with my life. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so can we have some examples of phrase of the day?
I like my mom for one personal reason, and I can't see in her eye to eye because of I'm lying to her. Yes, this is just a phase of the day and nothing else.
Yes. Yes. So
I don't see eye to eye with my manager.
So I urge each and every one of you to use word of the day and phrase of the day. So I will come back later to present my report. And I would like to give my control back to General Evaluator, Toastmaster Pradeep.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Angela, for introducing the word of the day. Now I would like to call upon our timer for presenting Toastmaster Viras to explain his role. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Good morning, President. Good morning, Toastmaster. Again, dear guests. Today I am in the role of a timer, and everybody knows time makes us more productive in our day-to-day life, and it also helps to achieve our goals. So you have to control your time rather than your time to control you. And you should avoid it. So time is a precious commodity that we all have an equal amount of it, and we should not waste it. As a timer role, I will time the table topic speaker for the speech and the evaluation. I will also alert speaker of the time they have left, and using with the help of green, yellow, and red card, which denotes a specific time remaining. For table topics, time is about 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will place a green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I will place yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will place red card. And for speeches, it's usually a time 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will place a green card. At 6 minutes, I will place yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will place red card. For evaluation, I will have 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will place green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will place yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will place red card. And after some time, I will count the time goes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Viras, for explaining your role. Now we heard the story of the turtle and the hare, and we got to know that the hare was stopping at some places. Now, when we try to speak on some topics or when we try to some speeches, we tend to use such figure words and figure phrases. So to keep the count of those R's, ones and figure words and figure sound, we have our Toastmaster Atul who will be performing his role as an art master. Now I would like to invite him on the stage to explain his role.
Hello everyone, good morning. Exciting officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am happy to be a founder for this meeting. The intention behind this role is note down the filler words who are using and to improve their speech. There are some words which have been used as a crutches to the sentences. So, example, and, well, but, so, you know, and the filler words would be like. So I will come up with the detailed report at the end. So all the best to you guys, and I will see you at the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. With that, I would like to give control back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Insiya. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, for introducing us to your wonderful team for today. Now, let us begin with the first half of prepared speeches, where speakers will deliver their prepared speeches. Every speech has its own specific time limit and certain fixed objective. That is why we call it as a project. The first speaker for today is distinguished Toastmaster Atul, who is delivering his project 3 from level 2, Visionary Communication Pathway. The evaluator for this speech is distinguished Toastmaster Meenal. I request the evaluator to read the objectives of the speech.
Thanks, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Insiya. Am I visible and audible?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. My target speaker, DTM Atul, would be attempting his project 3 from level 3, that's an elective from the path visionary communication. And the purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. The purpose of the speech is for the member to inspire the audience. In fact, the elective itself states inspire your audience. The timings are 5 to 7 minutes. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Meenal. Distinguished Toastmaster Atul is a safety, quality, and environment management by profession. He loves traveling, photography, and yoga. On asking, he would like to describe his life story in the words of Rose from Ashes. That is a very inspirational title, I must say. Now, let us welcome distinguished Toastmaster Atul. Title of his speech is Bust the Stress. Distinguished Toastmaster Atul, bust the stress. Bust the stress, distinguished Toastmaster Atul.
Before I start, will somebody show me timing cards?
Yes.
Or okay, that will be great. That would be great. Thank you. I am audible and visible?
Perfectly. Yes.
Are you familiar with stress? Not the physics formula, force divided by area in Newton per meter square, but this stress. The stress that causes sleepless nights, spoils lives, and brings out the beast, not the best in humans. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good morning. I was weeping immediately after my birth because of my long journey to reach the earth. That was my first encounter with stress. During my childhood, I didn't have any significant stress, or if I had any, it was short-lived, like children weeping and then smiling, fighting and then embracing, or getting caught for some mischief and then forgetting all about it. However, later, as a teenager, I would often worry I won't survive in this competitive world. As a vernacular student, I don't have books in English. If I don't study hard, I would end up on the road begging. I would long for peace in my poor man's home, to study 16 hours a day, but the noisy street and neighbors' fight would steal my peace. My painful, disturbing, challenging circumstances would damage my psyche. I was romancing with stress and was so much blinded by it that I almost ended my life. A probable outcome of an affair, isn't it? But on the D-Day, my inner voice said, Atul, you are a fool. My subsequent life turned out really cool. My continued hard work showered many successes in my academic, professional, and social domains. I realized how fortunate I was to get this precious life, probably once in a million years. And I was going to waste it. Friends, when we don't get admitted to a reputed college, or don't get well-paying jobs, or our burning desires are not met, we stress up. Our project deadlines not met, no promotion, failed marriages, the rat race of modern life, and so on. All these drown us in a whirlpool of man-made stress and distress. If this becomes unbearable, the bubble bursts into depression, anger, divorce, wrongful addictions, and so on. As per the World Health Organization, about 450 million people suffer from stress-induced diseases globally. To learn more about stress and the ways to overcome it, I attended some yoga and knowledge sessions. Let me share with you some lessons and tips which are working for me and many others. If I am stressed because my neighbor has got a more beautiful wife, this is unnecessary stress. However, if I am stressed while making efforts to be a better version of myself, yes, it is necessary stress. However, if I fail, my post-failure management decides whether I will be stress-free or stressful. I always ask myself a question. So what if I fail to achieve some of my objectives and dreams? Is it the end of the world? Have I stopped breathing? My body is still working with all my senses intact. I can still succeed in achieving my other objectives. Almighty has already gifted me such a beautiful world. Hence, no need to overstretch. Another way to tackle stress is pranayama, the breathing yoga. Being focused, meditative, and inward looking have always helped me to crush and swallow a stressful situation. When the sophistication around me suffocates me, I jingle and mingle with nature, carefree animals, swinging trees, soothing river, majestic mountains, magnificent sun and moon, and whatnot. I let silence guide me. My guru says, a pure mind and an honest heart have nothing to fear. No fear, no stress. Friends, yoga and meditation have changed my life. If stress starts playing hide and seek with you, please remember to breathe long, relax like children, meditate, appreciate what you already have, and don't overstretch on unnecessary objectives to burst the stress. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Atul. That was indeed an inspirational and wonderful speech. It sounded like an educational session to me. Thank you so much. I would like to now give 30 seconds of time. Timer, please let me know once 30 seconds are over for any personalized feedback that can be given to distinguished Toastmaster Atul through chat. So it's not mute. Okay, so now it's time for our second speaker for today. Bef- the second speaker, Toastmaster Anish, is delivering a speech from Level 1 Project 3 Presentation Mastery Pathway. The evaluator for this speech is Toastmaster Raghavendra. I request the evaluator to please read out the objectives of the speech.
Good morning, fellow Toastmaster. The purpose of speaker's speech is to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance speech. He can use either one or both. Yes, all to table.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghavendra. Toastmaster Anish is a student who is very much interested in music and geopolitics as a hobbies. His life story's title would be The Sisyphean Little Man. Let's welcome Toastmaster Anish. The title of his speech is On the Edge. Toastmaster Anish, on the edge, on the edge, Toastmaster Anish. Yes, now you're audible.
Yes. Hello, good morning, man. How are you doing? I'm good. Hey, Anish, good evening. So I'm going to jump right into it. What's up with the consolidation book papers about anti-impairment? You know, right, impairment is the most paramount for our client tonight, and I have to give an update on that. Yes, really, I have gone through it. There are some cosmetic changes that are pending. I'll go through those and I'll send it over to you. Okay, perfect. So you confirm that there is not going to be any change. We don't have to communicate clients anything extra. Yes, sir. Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. That was me talking to my senior manager in US regarding one important area which I was interested upon to complete during my audit career. Like every other employee, I was also bogged down with a lot of work and I did not have time to complete what I was asked. So I did what every smart corporate employee does: lie my teeth off. I lied my teeth off to my senior manager and told, yes, the work is done, it's complete. But in reality, nothing was done. So my manager was also on that call. He said, "तुमने कुछ नहीं किया है ना? एक कदम क्यों know I haven't done." Okay, now it's high time you have to get that. So I started going through the impairment work. So I put the first page, okay, looks fine. Next page, okay, some issues, but manageable. Third page, problem. Fourth page, big problem. Fifth page, I didn't have to go because 2 pages were enough. Now I was in a situation where I had lied that I have already looked into that area, but reality was I have not. I have said that there's no problem, but there was a huge problem. And if I don't address that problem, well, then I would get fired. I would get fired. If I admit that I did not do my work, I will be fired because I did not do my work. So I was in a perfect catch-22 situation. I was on edge. If I lean towards this side, I will fall off. If I lean towards that side, I will fall off. Fall was evident. So I did what I always do when I am in such difficult situations. I called my brother. I asked him, "Bro, I'm in such a difficult situation. What do I do?" My brother said, "Let me tell you a story. I won't tell you what to do, but you probably might find out yourself what you have to do." So he said, "Once upon a time, there was a forest dweller called Moyu. He was going into the forest in search of food. He walked for long hours. He was tired, could not find food. One such moment later, he saw berry shrubs all over, like what we call karvanda in Marathi, the berries, forest berries. He was very delighted, very happy. Okay, At last, I will have some food. So he went closer to that those berries. He was about to pluck a berry, but suddenly something strange happened. The berry tree, the berry shrub, started moving. Mayur was scared. He took a step back, and suddenly he started looking two eyes. Something big. He was scared. He went one more step back, and then again he saw those two eyes coming closer to him. He was scared. He feared that the worst might not be this. Is it the worst situation that he thought of? And it was. Those two eyes belonged to a ferocious tiger, a man-eater that was loose in the forest. Mayur held on to his dear life and started running. He was running. The tiger ferociously jumped over and he was chasing Mayur. Mayur was running, he was in fix. What to do, what to do? Suddenly, he saw a well. He thought, okay, cats. Tigers also cat. Cats are not really that fond of water. So maybe I'll jump into that well and save my life. So he goes get the well, takes a jump into that well. And after taking that jump, to his surprise, he realizes the well is dry. The moment he lands, he's going to die. So he tries to grab something if he can to stop the acceleration. And fortunately, he grabs a rope. So he holds on to that rope. There's a tiger which is on the wall of that well, waiting for him to either come up or die. He is holding on to this rope. And suddenly he sees a cobra has come. And the poisonous cobra is ready to bite. Now, Mayur is in catch 22 situation. If he goes up, tiger is going to eat him. If he goes down, cobra is going to bite. Death is inevitable. He's holding on to it. That's all he can do. Moments later, he starts listening to some words. Cheek, 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 cheek. That is a rat. He's trying to bite off roots on which Mayur is holding on. Now Mayur has no options. He can only hold on to this root for a very limited time. So what does he do? Like Mayur, I was also in that catch-22 situation. So I could completely relate to it. So Mayur, he was heading on to this root. And he was thinking, okay, now anyway I'm going to die. I now have to choose how should I die? Should I die with cobra bite or should I die by getting eaten by tiger? So he's thinking, and suddenly something worse falls onto his face. He looks around. It was a nectar, a beehive, the big offering. So he decides, okay, I might as well die. I just might enjoy the honey. So he starts enjoying the honey. He opens his mouth and starts eating the honey. While this is happening, the tiger gets impatient. He starts scratching, and in that moment, he loses his balance and he falls down into the way onto that cobra, killing him. Then you see how Mayur just got escaped from this situation. He just held on to it and he decided to live in present, enjoy what is available for him. And he came out. That was the lesson I took from this. I did the same thing. I went home, went for a movie. I decided, okay, I'm anyway going to get fired. I just might enjoy the moment. I went for a movie. I went for household food. The worst 2 hours of my life. Not because I was in conundrum of what to do next, because the mood was really good. After watching that movie, I came back. After coming back, I decided, okay, now anyway I'm going to get fired. I might as well be honest about it. I opened my laptop, ready to draft email, and to tell what has happened. I open my laptop and I see that a mail from my senior manager. Hey Anish, don't work on that impairment work because the scope of work has changed and we no longer need that work. Push, saved. Ladies and gentlemen, often in life we come up with certain situations where we are caught up in catch-22 situations. In such situations, the best thing to do would be just live in present and trust in God. Things will turn out. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anish, for that wonderful speech. I could see eye to eye in with the speech that you were giving. Now I would like the timer to give 30 seconds for feedback for the speaker by chat. Please let me know once 30 seconds are over.
It was really nice message that we often encounter this kind of situation. Sometimes just it's better to live it off and because if you are thinking things, then it is not adding any value to taking things first. Exactly. And you presented very well. Next.
Okay, now it's time for our third speaker for today, Toastmaster Ashutosh, who is delivering his project 2 from level 5 presentation mastery pathway. The evaluator for this speech is Toastmaster Mayur. I request the evaluator to read the objectives of the speech.
Thank you. So my target speaker, Toastmaster Ashutosh, is going to deliver a speech from level 5, and the objective is to deliver a longer speech and engage the audience. I wish all the best to Toastmaster Ashutosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur. Toastmaster Ashutosh is a program manager who is interested in meeting new people. His life story, the title of the life story would be Ever Student. Let's welcome Toastmaster Ashutosh. The title of the speech is Being Selfish. Toastmaster Ashutosh, Being Selfish. Being Selfish by Toastmaster Ashutosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Insiya. So, friends, present in online and offline mode, I want you to understand from every one of you who is selfish over here. You are selfish, Chandra. Okay, you and you also. So you are not selfish, right? If you can help me with your understanding, what do you feel about being selfish means to you, and because you are not.
I might have wrong understanding of service, but as I understand that if something is there, like the sweet is there and food fits with us. So I always want them, my friend get that sweet first, and if left, then I will leave it.
Okay, so
in that sense, I understand I am not service.
Okay, so this is one way of looking at things, that you want your friends or colleagues or whosoever is with you should get those things before you. So you are placing others before you. This is why you term yourself as you are not a selfish man. So you are also not selfish, right? It's situational. Sometimes you are selfish, sometimes you are not. Okay. So again, I wanted to understand now from you how you differentiate between selfish and self-love.
Selfish.
So you're on the edge. Whether you're selfish or selfish, you want to say something? Selfish or self-love?
So selfish is like I try to myself first, like what is that I'm waiting for him. That's what I understand from being selfish, and that's what kind of person I am. And self-love is like whatever you have, you are happy with it. This is how I would define those two terms.
Okay, so whatever I have, if I'm happy with it, so it is self-love. How Chandra made us understand. So I wanted to bring some of the English words in front of you, and then we'll try to link my entire idea of today's discussion. So happiness, joy, contentment, satisfaction. So these are few words what I can thought of now. And if you all try to relate these words with the feeling of selfishness and self-love, will all these words come into picture when I am being selfish? When you are selfish, Anish, so you are feeling love, you are feeling love at that point of time because you have achieved something. You have feeling of joy also, you are feeling confident also. So Chandra, when you are having a sense of self-love, you are happy with that situation also, right?
Yes.
You are happy, you are confident, you feel joy. So, is it not that if I am thinking of myself, if I am taking a better care of myself, if I believe that my priorities are a little more superior as compared to others, is it not a self-love? Yes? Maybe or may not be. So we'll try to go a little more deeper and try to understand that if I'm loving myself, what is the harm in doing that? And if I'm loving myself, it means I'm being selfish. Okay? So I can recollect one of the Hindi people because I'm Hindi medium student. So long when I was into a school where there was a poem going on, हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद की जय करे. So we have been taught from the very beginning in our schools that if we wanted to help others, if we wanted to do something good to the society, first we need to be empowered enough, we need to be strong enough, we need to be potent enough, so that only we can help others. Take an example. If I have 100 rupees in my pocket, it is the only money that I'm having, and I'm going on the road, and some beggar come and ask some sum of money. If I give 10 rupees out of 100 rupees, I will have 90 only. Then some more beggars will come, and I will give entire my money just because I think I should help others and I should keep my priorities on back burner. What I'm going to buy with those 100 rupees, will I able to help all the beggars in the society? It cannot be, right? So how I can help the society? How I can extend my helping hands to everybody whosoever needs it? It is only possible when I will be having enough sum of money with me. If I'm in a situation wherein I have a good sum of worldly or sometimes non-worldly things also with me, using what I can extend my support to whosoever it needs. So again, to my understanding, if I am a person who is selfish, is nothing. I'm loving myself, I'm caring myself, I'm putting my priorities. And again, when I say I'm loving myself, I'm putting my priorities. So here the self is a very important word. So which self I'm talking about? See, we all are a human being, different from the animal. So what makes us different from them? We have a consciousness, and that consciousness defines ourselves. If our choices, our likings, our taste that we have developed over the period of time is a very materialistic or in a very narrow way, then being selfish is wrong. If I am being selfish, if I am loving myself with a greater sense of achievement, with a greater sense of understanding that if I'm becoming good in a due course of time, if I'm helping myself, so that with that my potent, and I'm going to have the society in a better fashion, then being selfish is always a good thing. So whenever you are selfish with a great sense of understanding that what responsibilities I'm carrying on my shoulder to the society, that's selfishness. So that selfishness that's coming with a great sense of consciousness is followed by my thought of being selfish is always good. Am I making sense to everybody? Okay, so when I'm saying I'm selfish, if I'm loving myself, I'm helping myself, and in another way, I'm trying to help the society also. Because if I cannot do all those things, whatever I wanted to, if I'm not in a situation to help others. Again, I wanted to understand, or if I try to build you all towards some more understanding, when if somebody says that he is not selfish, so what is the idea that is he's carrying in his mind because of what he thinks that being selfish is a bad thing? Anyone from you can help me with that understanding? Yes.
Your selfishness or your self-love should not bother others. Like your pleasure should not bother.
So let us understand. My selfishness should not affect others in any of the way.
Yeah.
So any example when you remember that he was being selfish and because of him, things get tampered in a certain way.
Yesterday only, like in 1 o'clock, one car entered in my society. So he was, I think, maybe after food drinks and all, he was in good mood and he was playing these Punjabi songs loudly. So like it was kind of calling for others for him because he is in love with himself, so he was enjoying, but it was in trouble with others. That's the situation.
Okay. So you understand what he said. So the example that he has given, the person was that after having a party, he was driving down to a society where a lot of music was around and it was disturbing to others. So for a person mindset, it is a self-love, but for others, if, he is a selfish. So if we are again, the word I use consciousness. If I try to understand this example, was he really doing self-love to himself? Also self-love. Because in what state of mind he is doing that activity is very important. Here comes the word consciousness come into picture. Because whatever we are doing, are we in the right consciousness at that point of time? The way you mentioned that he had some good party and all that, or if not party at all, in that moment, what we become when we are trying to become selfish, or when we are doing, when we are thinking that we are in a situation of self-love. This is a very important and unique. Let's start a difference between these two things. What consciousness we are going to carry along with ourselves. So, in that moment, what we have become is very important. And if that moment is not in the right consciousness format, definitely whatever we are going to do is neither self-love nor selfishness. So whenever I am saying it is good to be certain, everybody is present over here, offline, online, in the world should be selfish. And if you all want to understand more on this, please read our word Fountainhead, book Fountainhead. There it is in a very prominent explain the idea why selfishness is so important, and when the entire world becomes selfish, there will be no kind of situation where there will be a war, hate, anything. This bad thing in society will abolish from the very beginning of itself whenever everybody will become selfish. But that selfishness will come with the proper rational and the proper consciousness. So any example, if you can think of that when the person was selfish from your frame of reference and from others frame of reference, it can be self-love. It was neither of two if there is a proper consciousness along with that. With this, I would like to end my speech. I hope you all will become selfish now onwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashutosh, for that wonderful speech. Now I would like the timer to give 30 seconds for the feedback. Okay. Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Now I would like Toastmaster Viraj, the timer for today, to please come up and give us the timings for the speakers so that we will just confirm if they all are qualified for the voting.
Hello, Toastmaster, President or dear President, Toastmaster, and dear guest. I'm here to present a report. First of all, Mr. Bhaskara completed his speech in 6.47 minutes. Then Aneesh completed his speech in 7.31 seconds. And Ashutosh Pandey completed his speech in 10.31 seconds. So Anish Nutrikar and Ashutosh Pandey are qualified. And Atul these two are not qualified. Only Atul says. Atul Srivastava, sorry, Atul Srivastava qualified in the time of 6.4.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viraj, for that report. Yes, I think all the speakers are qualified, right? Yes. Okay, now we will go for a short break of 3 minutes and we will be back by 12:08. So, okay, now let us all test our ability to think fast and speak impromptu in the table topic session. For conducting the table topic session, we have Toastmaster Pradeep, who is a supplier quality engineering professional and loves watching movies and listening to music, and is in a and is very hello.
We are able to listen.
Okay, let us welcome Toastmaster Pradeep for conducting the table topic session for today.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Insiya, for such a wonderful introduction. So, good afternoon, Mr. President, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. I am Toastmaster Pradeep. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
I am Toastmaster Pradeep, table topic master for the today's meeting. So, why this table topic? It will provide an opportunity to everyone who is present here to participate in the meeting, and who has not taken any role, they can participate in this and they can think on it. It will provide an ability to think on your feet and speak impromptu. So before going further, so let me explain some basic rule for the table topic. So here the time provided to you for 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, the timer will show the green card. At 1.5 minutes, the timer is going to show the yellow card. And at 2 minutes, the timer is going to show you the red card. Another 30 seconds of grace period will be given for concluding your speech. So I would like to ask some volunteers. Is there any volunteer who is going to? First of all, I would request from the existing member who can go, so that the guest can understand the format and they can come up with further.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Is this Toastmaster Deep?
Yes.
Hello. I am not able to hear you. Hello. Hello.
No, the voice is echoing actually.
Yes, yes, it's echoing. Hello.
Hello.
Toastmaster Deep. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Now you are audible.
Pradeep, can you just give 30 seconds? Can you just give 30 seconds?
Okay.
Can you connect to the audio?
Can you speak something?
Hello.
I think you just connect in it and ask
Yeah,
him
now.
to come.
Sorry.
So, Pradeep, can you hear me?
Yes, now it's clear.
Yeah.
Yes, Toastmaster Deep.
Right. Toastmaster Pradeep, now it's audible and we can move.
Yes, so top for you is your favorite storyteller. Toastmaster Deep, your favorite storyteller. Toastmaster Deep.
Toastmaster Pradeep, you're not clearly audible to me. Could you?
Your favorite storyteller. Your favorite storyteller. Toastmaster Deep, your favorite storyteller.
Well, I understood my topic is who is my favorite storyteller.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Noted. Hello, Toastmasters. Today, being the topic given to me, who is my favorite storyteller? Yes. So suddenly, the reminiscence goes to my grandmother. My grandmother, still I could remember few of her stories. When I was a child, she used to tell me few of the stories. So it may be some weird stories. I can say the stories about some king, some queen, something like that, right? So the answer to the question for the topic which is given to me is my grandmother, and she will be forever. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deep. If somebody would ask me, then I can also, if I'll go to trip down in my memory lane of my childhood, I can also find the similar instances with my grandfather.
So we have Toastmaster Rohan.
Am I audible?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Are you? Am I audible?
Yes. Yes. I'm not able to see you. Can you tell me your name? Hello.
Rohan.
Hello. Toastmaster Rohan. Okay. So Toastmaster Rohan, for you, the topic is your favorite story. Toastmaster Rohan, your favorite
story.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, Toastmaster of the day, and dear guest.
My favorite story is everybody's favorite story. That is a thirsty crow. What I have been hearing and have been learning from my childhood. Earlier, I used to learn it. I used to by heart it, and now my daughter is learning it, and she is by hearting it. This is my favorite story because it shows the presence of mind of the crow to think out of the box and get the things done. That's why this is my favorite story. This gives me inspiration that if crow can think, then why can't I, being a human being? So now, not now, but from last 2-3 years, I have started thinking, and I am making myself to think out of the box and not just to do what everyone else is doing. And this story is always in front of my eyes whenever I'm in any problems. I should think out of the box so that I can be able to do something different from others. And this is what I think is needed in this corporate world of today's. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rohan, for such wonderful.
Toastmaster Pradeep, we have a guest as a nominee. Yes. Toastmaster Pradeep, we have a guest as a nominee for table topic.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Name, please.
Yes, please come up.
Hello.
Yes, Pradeep, sorry. I misspelled my tongue. So yeah, here he is.
Could you please tell me your name, please? Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, myself, Toastmaster Ankit Singh. So, what is the topic?
Okay. Sorry, I'm facing some technical glitch. That's why it's getting disrupted. Some connection is happening. So, Toastmaster Ankit. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Hello. So for you, the topic is your first day at work. You have to define your first day at work. First day at your work.
First Nick. Achha, sorry. Okay.
First day when you are on
I
the
got the
first day
topic.
when you went to your work. How was the experience that one? Yeah.
Yeah, I got the topic. First day at your work. Okay. Thanks. Good morning, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. So basically, I had completed my graduations from YCC College, Nagpur, and through campus placement, I was placed in this company, which is in Magarpatta. Name is BNY Amazon Technology. So I was placed on my joining date was actually 26th of August 2015. So what happened is that as soon as I got the offer letter, so some fire incident happened in that company, and our joining date was postponed by 2 and 3 months, I guess. So that 2 and 3 months, we formed a WhatsApp group of including 50, 60 members, and we used to chat like when we'll go to join and all. So it was quite a long waiting period for us to start my first day. But yeah, everybody was excited. So then we got some facilities from the company for 10 days stay and all. So on the first day, the formalities was like paperwork was there. We got free food from the company. This was the only one day which we got was free food. After that, we never got the free food. And yeah, and the most important thing which I enjoyed that on the first day there was no work. So yeah, so it was free food, paperwork. Just went to the office and came back, went inside my hotel room, and then enjoyed. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit. If somebody would ask me my first day, I'm a
Would you like
mechanical
to try?
engineer.
Yeah.
So
Toastmaster Pradeep, we have guest Amya as a nominee. Just come up here. Nothing happens. Yeah, you can come and then you can come later. Is that okay? Yeah, come up.
Yeah. Hi, Pradeep.
Yes. Hi, guest Amya. So the topic for you is what makes you a smile? What makes you a smile, guest Amya?
What makes me smile? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone. What makes me smile? There are maybe many reasons I like to smile, but mostly like my 1.5-year-old daughter and my 8-year-old daughter. I have two daughters. So when they are in front of me, or that like obviously for any parent or any father, it makes you smile. Other than that, when I escape from my wife, for so like she has asked me to do some activity and all, and I smartly pushing it back or tucking it, so that also makes me smile internally. Like like whenever I play over smart to her and without getting caught, so that makes me smile. and for any achievement, yeah. So I will say I smile a lot, but laugh less, because somehow I'm shy of laughing in public. I don't know, but yeah, for smile part, yeah. And I don't know, this kind of I'm having beard and all, but in my childhood days, or when I was not having beard, people used to say you have a cute dimple. so, so that time, so yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Yes. We have one more guest as a nominee. Toastmaster Pradeep, can you hear us?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, I can hear.
Yes, would you like to try? It's just trying. No, no, you can come up. It's just you have to share your 2 cents. That's how it is. Yes,
Tell me your name. Hello.
hello, Pradeep, can you hear us?
Hello.
Pradeep? Okay, let us wait. He's facing something. Yes, we can, but let's see if he comes back. Like you share your first.
Yeah, I'm facing some technical glitch. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Pradeep, please go ahead and
Could you
just
tell
give the
me your
topic.
name, please?
Amya.
Okay, your favorite game. You have to define your favorite game. You have to tell something about your favorite game.
I'm not a sports person, so I don't actually have a favorite game. I used to swim. Yeah, it was one of my hobbies. I used to swim every day. Like, so that would be my favorite sport, I guess. Yeah, I actually had a swimming teacher in my school. He forced us, actually, he pushed us into the pool when I was in third class. So he was the one who taught me swimming. Like, I was a very lazy child, so he had to push me a lot for me to learn swimming. And then, yeah, it started. I actually swam for 5 to 6 years daily. And then because of my studies and everything, it got a bit too much for me, so I stopped. So yeah, my favorite sport would be swimming. Uh, it made me lose weight. If one of the best thing that came from it, and it was quite relaxing. My it was like, what do you say? My relaxing time. I was the most relaxed when I was in the pool in the water.
Hello. Yeah. Next, who would like to try? Hello.
Yeah, Pradeep, you can hear me?
Yes, yes, Toastmaster Ashutosh. So now the winter season is going on. So you have to describe winter in 3 words.
Please repeat.
Toastmaster describe winter in 3 words. Now winter season is going on. You have to describe
Winter
the
in 3
winter season.
words. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. So for me, the 3 words that I'm going to use for winter is bad, bad, and bad. I personally see sun is a big source of energy in this planet Earth, and to me, the summers
that is associated with sun mostly, because I see sun as a symbol of optimism, symbol of source of energy, source of life in this earth. So whenever there is a sun, there is a summer, and summer has a very good things that come across with it. For example, the fruits that we can have in the summer seasons, that is mango, that is, I think, loved by everybody. Other than mango, we have a summer vacations when we were in our school times. We have the chance to go to the places wherever we wanted to. So summer has a lot of things to offer. Only one thing that I personally feel has little edge in winters over summer is that when you are feeling a lot of hotness, or rather a lot of warm, you have a limit to remove clothes. But when you are feeling a lot of cold, you can wear n number of clothes for how much you wanted to. So this is a one area when I think summer is a little on the back burner as compared to winter. Rest in all the cases, summer is the best season, to me at least. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters. So do we have more time? Toastmaster of the day, do we have time?
I think we
Hello.
can take one more if we have anybody as a volunteer. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Pradeep.
Yes, yes.
I'm audible.
Hello. Yes, yes, I can hear you. Your name, please.
Akash.
Hello. Could you please tell me your name? Akash. Okay. So Toastmaster Akash.
Sorry.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
So the topic for you is your last day at school. Your last day at school. You have to define your last day at your school. Toastmaster Akash.
Okay. I remember when I was in my last school day, my friends called me at school, and not only my friend, but my teachers already called me for विदाई समारोह. हम लोग अपने भाषा में बोलते हैं यूपी में, तो विदाई समारोह में. So I haven't go over there from my last day, and my all friends angry to me because I haven't go over there. So it was my very bad time of day. Sorry, my English so dull this time. So I have no idea. Sorry.
You're not in college, right?
Okay, I'm sorry, I can't speak now.
Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Insiya. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pradeep. That was indeed an interactive table topic session. Now, before moving ahead, I do have some more trivia, guess the story. So I'll just take that and then we can move ahead. Can you see my?
Yes.
Yes. Can somebody tell me what is this? What can be the story title for this?
Beauty and the Beast.
That's correct. And do we have any morals from this? Like, if anybody want to come up with any moral that you think you've learned,
Appearance doesn't matter.
that's a very good moral. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Next one.
Greed
The golden
builds
goose.
time. Yeah.
Yes, the golden goose. The goose was not golden. I assume.
Goose who laid golden eggs.
Yes, yes. And the moral as
Greed breeds crime.
Yes.
The Sleeping Beauty.
Yes, that's correct. Distinguished Toastmaster Meenal, and this one. Yes, I can hear Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Well, I don't remember the title, but this was regarding, I mean, the creeper that touched the sky, and then there lived a demon. He got all those golden things from him, stolen, and then came back. Something of that sort.
Okay, okay. Can anybody else tell me what is the story about or the title?
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yes, that's correct. It's Jack and the Beanstalk who gets the magic beans. Correct. And this, I think everybody is well aware.
Aladdin and the magic lamp.
Yes, the genie. Any morals? Yes. Anybody can tell me if they've learned any morals from Aladdin and the genie?
So there were a lot, like it's a like novel kind of stuff. So he like made genie instead of his like omnipotent. So he make him friend. So he used to help everyone instead of asking three wishes and letting go. So and he was self-content with his situation. So he didn't want to be rich with the wishes he got. So there are lots of morals to this story.
Yes, yes, that's so correct. One of the most important morals I learned from Aladdin is that not misusing his powers. I think that is the most important thing that I have learned. Okay, I'm done with the guess the story title challenge. Now, I would like to call upon the general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, to please come up and share his valuable feedback.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for that amazing trivia and letting us go back to that memory lane and see all those wonderful stories. Now it's time for the evaluation session. As we say in Toastmaster, feedback is the breakfast for the champions, and our champion speakers need some evaluation as well. So to evaluate distinguished Toastmaster, um, distinguished Toastmaster Atul, we have distinguished Toastmaster Minal. So I would like to call upon on the virtual stage distinguished Toastmaster Minal. Can we have an audio video check for distinguished Toastmaster Minal?
Yeah. Can you hear me, see me both?
Yes, distinguished Toastmaster Minal. We can hear you and see you well. Over to you.
Cool. Thanks, General Evaluator Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, and especially the target speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Ashutosh. The one thing that I liked about his speech right from the beginning was that he started with a question, and that actually kept the audience intrigued till the end of the speech. I would say that the inquisitivity quotient was at its peak, and kudos for that. And I would say the topic, stress buster, was such that almost every person over here, be it in the virtual setup or the offline setup, would identify with. And no one literally batted an eyelid when you peeled off the layers of your speech one by one. And there were some excerpts from your personal life and the way you came out of those hitches. And then there were certain life-changing sessions like yoga, pranayam, and above all, not running behind an oasis. Means not running behind something that is not ours. We have to accept the fact and then make peace with it. That was the bottom line, which was really great. However, it's a known fact that plain speaking also gets better conveyed with a tinge of condiments. And I would like to suggest 3 condiments to take your speech to a higher level. Number 1, facial expressions. As we say, a picture speaks 1,000 words. Modifying it a bit, facial expressions travel faster than words. So with every example being given by you, the face should have said this in the first place. So people would have found it better to grasp what the words would convey. Secondly, the audience would have been delighted to know that how you came out of that hump known as vernacular medium. And was it something related to you joining Toastmasters, or it happened after you joined Toastmasters? That was a point of curiosity, which as an audience even I would love to know. The third is voice modulation. I would say that a wavy way of giving a speech reaches the audience in a much faster manner as compared to what we give as a plain speech. Even you would agree with this, that a sinusoidal way of transmission is much better as compared to a plain way of transmission. So that's what analogous I would say over here. Overall, I would say the speech was a FUMA, and FUMA as in fun plus drama, FU for fun and MA from drama. But a bit of fumes added in the form of a better body language on the whole would have taken the speech to the topmost pedestal. Well, learning that doesn't stop at Toastmasters, and I'm sure you will incorporate it from the next speech onwards. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Minal. Now I would like to call upon on the stage Toastmaster Raghavendra to evaluate Toastmaster Anish's speech. Timer, please note the timings are 2 to 3 minutes.
I hope I am clearly audible and visible. Okay, fine. Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good afternoon. The speaker, Toastmaster Anish's speech, title on the edge. It was a kind of a storytelling speech. Let's start with his speech content. Opening. He started his speech with short sketch of him in a telephonic call with his foreign client. So it grabbed audience attention. So good point on that. Body. Your body contained two stories. Your one personal story and one story of Mayur. It was you reminiscing your current personal conundrum and how it created a problem, and you weren't able to see eye to eye with your manager. So, and in conclusion, you try to what was the learning of Mayur story and how it implemented in your life and how you went to the help you to the problem. So good body structure overall. So good on the content part. Now delivery. Now let's directly move on to his speech objective, vocal variety and body language. For vocal variety, I call it 4 P's. For benefit of guests, it's power, pitch, pace, and pauses. Power. You are clearly audible, loud, and clear. So everyone able to hear what you spoke and clear. So no comment on that. Now pitch. So it's a range of pitch. It means for benefit high, how much you high to certain emotion, and when you decrease your voice to show certain emotion. Like when it was a kind of thrill in Mayur story, like tiger was chasing Mayur, so you increase your speech. So that was good, and you lower your speech when there was a kind of suspension. He was going to grab the pluck the berry, and there was a bride. So you lower voice. So good point on the pitch. Pace. Similarly on the thrill point, you increase the speed of your speak, and when you are like looking at your program report, you will decrease your speed. I turn the pan, but nothing. It was okay, but then so problem. Second, so good point on the pace and pauses. Now, like whenever you would pauses to differentiate between the transition, like opening, you are going to greetings, then say when section in and the crafting. In body language, you keep the eye contact. I saw you were moving there. Gestures, you showed hand gestures. You had a good posture and comfortable movement. You had movement in your body language. Now recommendation. I want to say you increase the range of speech. You have good pitch, but try to increase those high and low. So it create more emphasis and drama in your speech. Body language, try to, like when you're dealing, try to dress for the occasion, so it will create much more attention for the audience. One point was missing, like facial expression was missing, and for body language and vocal variety there was some points I thought that you should have, like you have had the your vocal variety like pace and pitch, but there was some your personal story at the conclusion should add, like in conclusion need to lower that speech so audience get the point, hang on there. So that were missing. So overall, in summary, it was a great, wonderful story. You have a good, like if you teach objective introduction to vocal variety and body language, so you have nailed it, but need to improve, like work on this range of speech and little bit of body language. You will be improve on other things. Yes, over to you, General Director.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Raghavendra, for that detailed analysis and evaluation of Toastmaster Anish's speech. Now, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Mayur to evaluate Toastmaster Ashutosh's speech.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Ashutosh, deliver a speech on the title name as Being Selfish. By hearing that title itself, I was wondering, oh my God, being selfish can be the title. So it allowed me to engross into the speech, that helped me to connect to that helped me to engross into the speech. Throughout the speech, I was engrossed with him. I was curious what is going to say next, because the title itself is like anyone can point out, what are you saying, being selfish? What? So to prove that, he has to come up with so many anecdotes and stories to prove that point. Okay, I'm saying this, and he did that. Throughout the speech, he was asking the questions rather than explaining by himself. He was taking help of audience, and that was aligned with the objective, because to engage the audience, so he take the help of audience. So this difference between selfish and self-love. So he was asking the questions to the members, and members were answering that question. So throughout the speech, I found this rapport was maintained. That was commendable job on that, keeping the audience engaged. The next part, like while asking the question, he was taking the time to what they were saying. He was nicely observing and nodding his head, and at the end he was rephrasing what you wanted to say, and also he was also trying to give his own anecdotes to clear the point which he was stating. So great job on that front. But to take your speech to the next level, you have to, like, the time was 18 minutes to 22 minutes, but I could see that you ended your speech at the end of 11 minutes. So you could have taken more time to prove the points which you wanted to state, because you know the title itself, being selfish, is something for you. You need to take more help. Like I remember, like you mentioned one of the book name, to you tried to anecdote it, but you could have given more references, or you could have told more stories, so that we were able to whatever the points were there, we could have able to, okay, at the end we could have said that, okay, that's correct. Okay, then again the point number 2 is that you could have added more emotions, like while saying the selfish and self-love. So you could have selfish and self-love. So you could have added more love to deliver your speech. And the third recommendation which I would like to give you is that you started really well, but you know you could have done better to end your speech. We felt that, like, you know, the speech is comprised of the strong opening, the strong ending, and the both pillars are covered by the mid of the body of the speech. So you could have added more point to end your speech. So at the end, if you work on this, then definitely you will take your speech to the next level. Thanks to back to General Evaluator Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Thank you so much to all my evaluators. Now I would like to know from the timers the timings taken by all the evaluators and whether they are qualified for the voting. Toastmaster Viraj, you may.
Hello, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Yes. Shall I to read?
Yes, you can.
Table topics?
Yeah, I think.
First, I will evaluate about do about the table topic timings. TM Toastmaster Deep took a 0.44 seconds, and he is not qualified. TM Rohan took a 1.17 second. TM Ankit took 1.33 seconds. Both of the guests qualified. Akash took 1.12 second, and he is also qualified. Ashutosh took 1.32 seconds, and he is also qualified. Then evaluators, DTM Meenal took 3.17 seconds. Raghavendra took 3.54 second, and Mayur took 3.33 seconds. So no one is qualified.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Viraj. I believe if Minal ma'am has taken 3.20 seconds, so it's under the time lead. So we won't be having voting for the evaluators as well as for the speakers, as there is only one person who is qualified in both of these terms. For the table topics, we will be launching polls towards the end of the segment of this meeting. Now I would like to call upon my tag team. So first, I has already told it's about his report. Now I'd like to call upon our grammarian for today's meeting, Toastmaster Nijra, to present her report and throw lights on the good usage as well as not so good usage of English language.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am back with my report. So the word of the day was used by Toastmaster Deep and Toastmaster Raghaven, and phrase of the day was used by Toastmaster Raghaven. So can we have a round of applause for them? So first I will talk about the poor usage. So somebody has used anyone didn't come. So we could have used no one came. We get inspired. Instead of this, we could have used we are inspired. Bad things from society. Instead of this, we could have used evils from the society. In front of my eyes, instead of this, in front of me could be used. In this planet, we could have used on this planet. And the good usage throughout the meeting, like few words were used very well, like mischief, showered, bubble burst, intact, hide and seek, cosmetic, and lied by the teeth of. It can be used as lied from his teeth or lie through your teeth. It means that to say something that is not true at all. A few words like potent, tamper, and subtle were used. Subtle means difficult to perceive or understand. And few words like out of the box, optimism, back burner, vernacular, engross, and anecdote. So these words were used very well. So that's all from my end. Back to you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nijara, for that crisp language evaluator report. Now I would like to call upon on the stage our counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Avdut.
Good afternoon, presiding officer, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. We have flawless speakers today, so be ready with your big round of applause for them. Those are Toastmaster Atul and Toastmaster Anish. Please have a big round of applause for them. Good job, guys. Following with my report, I'm not excluding myself. I have, while introducing the role, I have used 3 R's. Okay, then I'll start with Sergeant at Arms. Rohan have used 3 pauses while speaking. Then Toastmaster of the day, Insiya, used 2 so and 2 R's. Then following with President plus Evaluator, Toastmaster Mayur, he has used 5 plus so, and 5 plus as. Then grammarian Toastmaster Nirjara, she has used 3 so and 5 plus as. Timer Toastmaster Viraj, he has used 2 and 5 plus as. Then speaker Toastmaster Ashutosh, he has used 5 plus so and 4 as. Table topic master Toastmaster Pradeep, he has took 1 long pause, then 4 so's. Then guest Vikas has used 2 so, 5 plus as. Toastmaster Ankit used 5 plus so, 5 plus as. Guest, I actually don't get your name. Amya. Okay. Guest Amya used 2 and 4 as. Table topic speaker Ashutosh used 3 so and 1 a. Table topic speaker Akash used 5 plus as. Coming to the evaluator, DTM Meenal used 3 and evaluator Raghavendra used 4 so and 4 a. So this is from our counter report, and I will hand over it to the Chandrasekhar. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Avadut, for telling us the exact number of filler words and filler sounds that we have used. Those are not to demoralize us, but to know that we can become better next time. The goal is not to be perfect today, but to be better tomorrow. Now it's time for my report. So I'll start with the first role player, that is Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rohan. So the very first thing that I really liked was he was already energetic enough to start the meeting on time. Though we started 1 minute early, but then we realized that we are very early. So he started meeting on time. He was energetic enough and he took the guest introduction as well. So kudos to him on that part. Now for this role, I have a couple of more recommendations, just not to Toastmaster Rohan, but to everyone. The first one is that mission statement should be read as it is, because mission statement is really, really important. So while introducing the role, you have to say that the mission of Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest is this. So be very peculiar about the mission statement. Second thing is that I found that while telling the name of the club, he spelled it twice or twice. So the name of our club is Toastmaster Club of Pune Northwest, not just Northwest, not just Pune West, because there are some other clubs which are having similar names. So we have to be very clear about it. What is the exact name? Now, one change that was there today was that today we did not have our president, that is Toastmaster Abhishek. We had presiding officer Toastmaster Mayur. So during his introduction, he told us the way to greet all the people is like, good morning, Madam President, or in our case, good afternoon, Mr. President. So we were not having Mr. President, so he could have just simply went with good afternoon, presiding officer and Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. Because of that, some of the people were trying to use Mr. President, but Mr. President is not here. So the term should have been used was presiding officer. Apart from that, he did a really wonderful job. One thing that I would like to highlight is that it is advised that the sergeant at arms should sit near the door so that he can inform everyone to wait for the transition to happen, because the practice is that everybody should enter when there is a break or a transition is going on. Otherwise, you have to wait outside. So those who are senior members or those who are like part of Toastmaster from long time, they know that they were aware of it, so they were waiting. But some people just randomly came throughout the speech, which may distract the speaker. So that is something that we have to keep on, and maybe this should not be repeating next time. But overall, he did a great job as a sergeant at arms. I really like his energy. So can we have a big round of applause for him? Coming to second Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Insiya, and what an amazing theme, stories. And I was expecting some different stories which were there, some different morals that we got to know. Some things that I got to know, that the titles that I was knowing of these stories were different than what I had in my mind. So great stories. She had really good trivia also, so that everybody could get engaged and everybody was having a really great time. So Coming to the theme part, it was a really great theme, really great presentation, and throughout the meeting we were engaged enough. Now jump some couple of recommendation to her as well. During her address of theme, she also said that a president, so instead of that there should be presiding officer. One thing is that she handed over to presiding officer at 11:15, which should have been done at 10:15, so she could have cut short on time so that we can start the session as early as possible. Our first speech started at 11:30, though on agenda it was mentioned at 11:23. So Toastmaster of the day is someone who has to maintain the timing throughout the meeting. And one change was there is in the agenda. As you can see in the agenda, there was a club report that needs to be presented. That was the finance report, but there was no report that was presented today. So that could have been informed by the Toastmaster of the day. So if agenda has been changed or if there are smaller changes in the agenda, that could have been told by the Toastmaster of the day, as he or she is the host of the meeting. But overall, she did a really great job on the theme part and kept us engaged throughout the meeting. So can we have a big round of applause for her as well? Now coming to my tag team. So in my tag team, there were timer, grammarian, and counter. So our timer Toastmaster Viraj did a really great job. He was timing each and every speaker and even asking me to make sure that whether I'm noting down each and every person or not. He timed all the speakers as well as evaluators and the table topic and told us what were the exact timing taken by the speakers. He showed the green, red, and yellow card throughout the transition, which helped everyone to be aware of the timings. So he did a really great job on that part. Just one thing that I found out that he missed on for a couple of people. For example, Toastmaster DTM Minal, she was when she was delivering her evaluation. That time Toastmaster Viraj missed out on noting down the points, so that could have been taken care. But as it is his first time playing this role, so yes, Toastmaster Raghavendra. Yes.
So there's a practice we show card for 30 seconds or like 5 seconds, 5 seconds. Need to at least you put 10 or 20 seconds. Today I found that the timer missed it lot, so speaker didn't get done and then they didn't know what time it was there.
Yes, yes. So I'm. Yeah. So I'm coming back to that point. So it is advised that you keep the timer card at least for 5 to 10 seconds, so that not just the speaker but everybody should be seeing that card. Why does it recommended is that if somebody is so engrossed in his speech, so we might not be able to witness it just for 1 or 2 seconds. So that's why it is advised that you keep it for 5 to 10 seconds and you do your job well. But as he was performing this role for the very first time, so I don't have any very specific recommendation. Just take this as a challenge. So he did a great job. So can you have a big round of applause for him as well? Coming to our counter Toastmaster Avdut. So he explained his role very well, like what are the words and what are the sounds that we use. The words like and, maybe, well, so, like, and the sounds are like and he counted the exact number of words and the sound that has been used by us. And when he presented his report, he made sure that he talked about who were the flawless speaker in today's meeting and what were the exact number of counts of the filler words and filler words that we have used. And if the count was above 5, so it is general practice that is recommended that we keep it to 5 plus. Because if I have spoken a filler word or filler sound for let's say 34 times, I don't want to see that bigger number on my sheet. So great job on his part. One small challenge that I want to give him is to that come up with a tip so that we can reduce those filler words and filler sounds when we speak. So if he could have added those tips towards the end of his speech, that could have been a cherry on the top. But overall, he did a great job as an R counter. So can you have a big round of applause for him as well? Now coming to our language evaluator, Toastmaster Nijara. So she explained her role really well. She talked about what was the word of the day and the phrase of the day. She gave some particular example and she asked the people in the audience to come up on the stage and give us their own thought of that word of the day and the phrase of the day. The word of the day and the phrase of the day was easy to use. I think that everybody would be agreeing on that part so that they will be using it more often. And towards the end of her report, she talked about what were the good usage of the English language and what were the not so good usage of English language. She also talked about who has used the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Now, a couple of interesting things that I want to highlight is that if you are presenting a report and you are saying that this was bad usage of language, so explanation should have been given like why this was not over there. For example, on the earth should have been it over there, not like in the earth. So why it was like? Because of the preposition. So you could have highlighted why we term it as incorrect. So explanation should have been given why it was incorrect. If not, that is completely fine. And one more thing, that is that whenever somebody uses good English language, so we want to highlight that. So the names of the people should have been taken, those who have used really great English language, be the words or the phrases. But overall, she did a great job as a grammarian, noting down those words and English language. So kudos to her. Can we have a big round of applause for her? Now coming to table topic master, Toastmaster Pradeep. So today the theme was stories. So he kept all his topic related to the theme. So I personally felt like it was good enough, not like up to the mark, but it was good enough. Though he was facing technical issues throughout the meeting, so it was presiding officer's call whether to switch that or maybe take it over. But again, it's up to presiding officer to decide. There are some couple of recommendation to Toastmaster Pradeep is that if we are facing some technical issues towards the end, you could have informed the presiding officer in that case so that he can take it over. Or if not, you can have a backup device which will be having a greater internet connection. On top of that, I have some specific challenges for you. So when the theme was stories, so I was expecting some challenging topics such as tall tale, or maybe you just give 3 to 4 words to a person and that person makes the story on the stage, or maybe just make a story over here, or that sort of thing. But the topics were just given and you asked people to speak on. So maybe you could have given challenging topics to the people, maybe telling a tall tale or just giving 1 or 2 words and make a story around it. That I was expecting, as the culture of Toastmaster Northwest is that we try to come up with the innovative topics and innovative way to do table topics. But anyways, good job on his part. Kudos to him. Can we have a big round of applause for our table topic master? Now coming to evaluators, all our evaluators did a wonderful job. DTM Minal, she evaluated the speech of DTM Atul and gave the specific point of recommendation. Coming to our second evaluator, Toastmaster, excuse me. So coming to our second evaluator, Toastmaster Raghavendra, he talked about what were the general recommendation and he went on to directly the analysis of what was the project all about. So the project was all about voice modulation and body language. So he talked about that more in his evaluation that I really liked. He talked about what are the four P when it comes to voice modulation and body language, and he gave some specific recommendation on that part only so that the speaker could excel on the topic. So I don't have any specific recommendation for him, so kudos to him for that as well. Now coming to our third evaluator, Toastmaster Mayur, who evaluated Toastmaster Ashutosh speech. So Toastmaster Ashutosh speech was for 22 minutes, from 18 to 22 minutes. So the speech was not to the timing. So he highlighted that point as well, and he gave specific recommendation on that. But he also highlighted what were the good things in the speech, like the audience engagement and how Toastmaster Ashutosh took everyone's point of view and presented his point of view without even arguing about it. That was really great part on his job. Now, I don't have specific recommendation for Toastmaster Mayur, but as a general evaluator, I would advise Toastmaster Ashutosh, as the project is level 5, which is prepared to speak professionally. So when it comes to this project, I expect the person to be wearing formals, or at least formals, if not the blazer or something, if you can, and try to deliver a professional speech. If not this topic, you could have taken any other speech as well and deliver it a very well, very organized speech, because in the whole Toastmaster pathways, this is the one speech where you demonstrate that you have learned a lot throughout your whole journey as a Toastmaster. So my personal recommendation to him would be to repeat that speech, maybe talk to AP Education and schedule the speech next time so that he can prepare well and present it very professionally. So all the best to his for the speech. I'm expecting it to be repeated. Overall, he did a really great job as a speaker, and I wish all the best to the speakers. And all the evaluators did a really great job. So can we have a big round of applause for them as well? Now, I hope I have not missed anyone. So our presiding officer, I think I have forgotten. So our presiding officer also talked about the theme also, and how he has learned about so many stories, how we can get the gist of every story and how those are helpful to us. Only one recommendation is that how he could have related it to the Toastmasters in general, like every speech that we hear is a story and how we can learn from it. So he could have related the theme with the Toastmaster. That would have been an add-on, but overall a great job from presiding officer Toastmaster Mayur. Congratulations to him as well. So today the board was not filled. As we can see, there was not enough space left on it. So I don't want to highlight on that part. Just we need to make sure that we are going through the agenda each and every time, and we are making sure that each and everything is followed as per the agenda. If any changes are made, let it be informed. Overall, the meeting was really great and really enjoyed today's meeting. With that, I would like to give control back to our energetic Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Insiya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, for the. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Toastmaster Insiya, we can hear you, but we are not able to see you as of now.
Just a second, actually, I have some glitch. Just a second. Now, can you see me?
I believe we can.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, for that precise and very well made report. I think everybody has learned a lot. Me personally, I have taken a lot of recommendations, and I am going to make sure that I am going to apply that in the upcoming meetings and take the meeting to another level. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Now I think it's time for voting. Firstly, if we can do the voting part, the online and offline. Are the polls ready? I would just want the Zoom master to.
Yes. So I request in person, everybody has the cheat sheet in person. Everybody has, right? Can you see all the names present over here? So these are for best table topic speaker. So we will have initially voting. So before going for online, I will request each one of you present in person. Please cast your vote for the best table topic speaker. Everybody has the cheat sheet, right? Yeah, we'll do that. Initially, just mark your. Yeah, that's like just keep on only single paper, just write the name. So initially, have you all of you written? Okay, sure, we do have. Okay, you have done for role players, right? You have done for role players, right? Okay, you already did that. Okay. Those who are left now, just take it.
Meeting, we can just ask who they want to vote, raise hands, and be quick.
Sure. Okay then. Yeah. So can you see all of you? Can you give for Toastmaster role? Can you just put your heads down? Yeah, you will count here. Just count for yourself. Just so for Toastmaster role, please quick. Yeah, just table topics. Okay, you have all of you seen the names, right? So just for Toastmaster role, just count. You got the number. So now moving on, Toastmaster Ankit. You got the number. Toastmaster Akash. Toastmaster Ashutosh. Guest Vikas. You see the number. And guest Amaya. At the end, guest Amaya. You see. Okay, thank you. Now we will launch for the online. So please cast your vote who are present in an online mode. Sorry for the delay. So please cast your vote for the best table topic speaker. I have launched the poll. Yeah, sure, no worries. We have already taken, no worries. No worries. So we have the sufficient voting. Now moving ahead. We have already received it. Yeah, cool. Now for the best role players. So can all of you see the names present over here? Yes, it is already saved. Okay. Yeah. Best auxiliary. Let's get start with the best auxiliary role player. So for Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster role, please raise your hand if you want to. Okay, moving on. Toastmaster Viraj. Moving on, our counter Toastmaster Avdut. Please keep your hand down. Okay, now moving on, grammarian Toastmaster Nirjara. Okay, yeah. So moving on to the best role player. Can you see all of the three names present here? Toastmaster of the day, Insiya, General Evaluator Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, and Table Topic Master Toastmaster Pradeep. So let's get started with TMOD Toastmaster Insiya. Please raise your hand if you want to vote. Moving on, General Evaluator Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. Okay, got it. And the last table topic master, Toastmaster Pradeep. Okay. Thank you. Now I'm launching for online folks. Please cast your vote for best role player and best auxiliary role player as well. Okay. Please cast your vote. I'm waiting for one more folk. Okay, that's all. We have sufficient voting. Yeah. Control. I'm giving control back to Toastmaster Insiya again. Sorry.
You're on mute, Insiya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayur. Now, before moving towards the moment of glories, I would like to just conclude by saying that everyone has a story to tell, but the story of your life is only yours, and its uniqueness makes it a real one. With this, I would like to conclude my theme for today and hand over our presiding officer for today, Toastmaster Mayur, for conducting the moments of glory.
Thank you. With this, so yeah, today it was really nice meeting. As even today, like most of our senior members are busy in the division level contest, and even our division level contest is going to be on 19th. So yeah, so if there are any roles available, please take it. So before that, I would like to take the guest feedback. So we have two guests present over here. So we'll get started with those guest Vikas. So can you just come and share your experience, that how did you found today's meeting and what do you expect, like what do you expect?
Yeah. Okay. So hello everyone. I'm really happy and surprised that how this 2.5 hour long meeting is conducted very professionally, to the point. Because in these kind of meetings, what happened, like it goes like time management is very poor, but here like you guys are counting every minute and all. So this, and the format, this is really nice, like the roles are there and everybody is involved, like whether you are an evaluator, whether you are a speaker, you are counter. So this format is really awesome, and like one should learn from this. And somehow, like I feel that why I have not joined this forum before or earlier in my career. So those like Akash, uh, um, Amaya. So like you guys have to learn a lot. Do not lose this forum. This is I think this is a change maker in your life. So and do not lose hope that no, today I'm not able to speak much and all, but you will grow. You will become like the great speaker which like who has delivered a great speech today. So one the day will come, the shyness will go, and you will be more proficient. You will be as like fluent speaker. So yeah, and this will help. This is a very important forum, I will say. So thank you everyone.
Thank you so much for the brief description. Now, again, guest are Amoya. So please share your feedback and what are your thoughts?
I actually had a lot of fun today. I thought it's 2 hour long, so it would be boring or something, but it was not. I learned a lot today, like the speech that you gave, it was quite good. I'm looking forward to attending these meetings. Yes.
Thank you so much. So with this, like there is one announcement I would like to make, and for that I would like to share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes.
Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes.
So can you see the guests, our Toastmaster, our very own Toastmaster Nilesh is delivering this speech. And this is looks like this is this classroom itself, right? But here are not the members, here are the diploma students. Okay, these are the polytechnic students present over here, and our Toastmaster Nilesh is trying to like he shared whatever the learning he has done in Toastmasters. So he has applied those learning and presented a well written speech and the motivation speech, and even tried to share his learnings to diploma polytechnic students, so how they can become the better speaker or how they can improve their communication skills. So moving on, we have a couple of pictures. So can you see our very own energetic Toastmaster Chandrasekhar is also there. So he also conducted a session. You can see diploma students, and he also tried to share his learning in front of diploma students. So yeah, this was yesterday. The same classroom. Can you see the curtains? Same curtains, and our president Toastmaster Abhishek, even though he is in Bangalore, but still tried to deliver a speech. You can see the number of students were present. So this is a first year diploma computer students. So our president Toastmaster Abhishek conducted the session for them, guided like how they can develop communication skills. So yeah, couple of pictures. So that's all. So just wanted to share that we have the such platform open to our members, extended platforms open for our members. So like if you feel that you can deliver a session for the students, so we are conducting this session. Like as of now, we have conducted sessions on Saturday at on whichever the timing is suitable for you. Like either you can conduct the session at early in the morning at 10 a.m. let's say, or in the evening at 3 p.m. So you can book this, you can discuss with our executive committee members. If you are planning to deliver such session, we will give a slot to you. Believe me, it's really like I can invite Toastmaster Chandrasekhar for that. Can you just share your experience? How did you felt after delivering a session?
Yes. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mayur. So it was my very first experience interacting with the student, as I was someone who has also completed diploma in engineering, that means polytechnic. So I know what kind of struggles that I had been through and why we were not able to get that kind of exposure when it comes to communication or public speaking or even leadership skills. So I told him that how it is important for you in your personal as well as professional growth. And the students were very engaging and interacting, and throughout them I also learned a lot. So it was quite a nice experience. If you really want to experience that, I would highly recommend you on doing that part. It is fun as well as quite learning session as well, interacting with students. I have been a teacher of my life, so that is not very new for me. But if you really want to experience that, I would highly encourage you to do it. Please get in touch with the extended XCOM team so that you can try delivering the session for the students, which will help you as well as help others as well. This is not being selfish, this is helping others in Ashutosh terms. So yeah, that's it from my end, and I would like to give control back to Toastmaster Mayur.
Again, I would like to invite our DTM Minal to just show some lights on it. DTM Minal, can you? come on the stage?
Yeah. So I would like to extend the point stated by Toastmaster Mayur and Toastmaster Chandrasekhar that this platform has been provided to us so that we can share our learnings of Toastmasters with the students. And let me tell you guys, now some of you might be feeling, especially who are new to Toastmasters, might be feeling like, how far can we go as Toastmasters? Then let me ask you that there is no limit to grow at Toastmasters. Well, the highest level of recognition that happens at Toastmasters at that individual level is that of a distinguished Toastmasters. And only those who reach that level are accorded that status of distinguished Toastmaster. And as a project, means it's an entire learning experience, I would say. And Toastmasters is a thing wherein it's not only self-growth, it's, I mean, as we said, a live and let live. This is grow and let grow. I would term it that way. And at Toastmasters, we have a program known as Youth Leadership Program. Therein, we have actually to deliver 8 sessions, minimum 8 sessions to the students. I mean, those who are less than 18 years of age, we have to deliver sessions to them. And that will give us the credit of a youth leadership program and also a special recognition from Toastmasters International. And we have been observing since the last many years that people struggle to find this platform because many of the educational institutions don't show that level of cooperation when it comes to conducting sessions. But herein, we are really fortunate to have a very cooperative staff from the venue that you're sitting right now. And they have given us a free hand that you conduct the sessions once a week and the platform is completely yours. You do it completely. We just want to see improvement in the communication skills of our students. So this is mutually beneficial. And regarding this, if the more you do it, the more it's going to benefit you. So you will be getting a credit of a youth leadership program and also exposure to delivering your speeches in front of an unknown audience. Because right now you're doing it in front of the fellow Toastmasters and a few guests. But these students, where it's a full house, I would say, at least there are 50 students in a class, and in front of 50 students, we have to deliver the session. If your confidence level boosts over here, then believe me, you won't find it difficult to play any other role at Toastmasters. And still, now you might have seen one of the speakers that we had today, distinguished Toastmaster Atul. In spite of being a distinguished Toastmaster, he gave the speech today. What gave him that confidence? Because he has gone through all these projects. And same goes with me. Then Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, Toastmaster Mayur, they are soon to be distinguished Toastmasters because they have always made those relentless efforts for going a step further. So this is my sincere advice to all, that take advantage of this platform. So whenever you feel that you would like to deliver a session to these students, just get back to the extended XCOM and we will arrange those things for you. Everything, right from the starting, which topic you need to cover, how do you need to approach them, everything. So that was from my side. And if you need any further details regarding how do we go about the youth leadership program, you can ping any one of us, even on WhatsApp. On the main group itself, we can give out all the details of the youth leadership program. That can really help, and we are there to help you over here. I would like to hand over the stage back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mayur.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Minal ma'am. Now let's move on to the like moments of glory. So for the let's get started from best table topic speaker. So I really appreciate each one of you who have participated in this. It was quite interesting topics were there, and I really appreciate all of you have participated. So our best table topic speaker is guest Vikas. Yeah. Can you come on the stage? Can someone capture the photo? Yeah. We have nothing. Yeah. Just sure. And moving on to the best auxiliary role player, it's our very own Toastmaster, our counter, Toastmaster Avdut. And congratulations. And the last but not least, and the most important role player played was by the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Insiya. So congratulations on getting the best role player award. And for going with the, of course, we all know that who is the best speaker and best evaluator. So best speaker is distinguished Toastmaster Atul. So congratulations, distinguished Toastmaster Atul. And to evaluate distinguished Toastmaster, we had distinguished Toastmaster Minal, and it was combination of champion evaluating the champion. So yeah, congratulations DTM Minal for getting the best evaluator role player, and for all of you that DTM Minal even was the our club champion, and she represented at area level as well. So kudos to you. With this, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you, all of you.